We got it all, we got a lot. We gotta fight to keep what we really want. Don't you forget, no, no, what your father told you, that there's a lot of life that is far beyond you. We're saving a piece at a time, one step in the right direction, protecting that far and wide, a piece of our wild side.
Okay, this next plant has always been one of my favorites. I think I first saw this plant up in the Sierras off of Highway 88. I used to spend a lot of time with my grandparents. They lived in Volcano, and we would go up into the Sierras. Different species, but very similar, but always a favorite. This is this species we plant for the hummingbirds. They arrive just about the time this is blooming. I'm pretty sure they evolved with the hummingbirds because it is the perfect hummingbird plant. It's also one of the reasons we don't put out feeders anymore. Although this doesn't bloom all year long, other plants come into bloom, but the first plants in bloom when the hummingbirds get here is the Eastern Columbine. This is the Eastern Columbine. Little lanterns. I mean, there isn't probably another perfect hummingbird plant. Look at that color, attracts them. It's hanging there. Now you could just hover and eat. Now this plant had all of its leaves eaten by a caterpillar, some type of moth. But the moth left the stem with all the flowers. Pretty nice of them. But look at that flower. Just hangs there in the breeze. A lot of native columbines to North America. There's some spectacular yellow and blue, but my favorite has been and always is these little orange and yellow, orange, red, yellow ones. Let me show you a couple areas we've actually seeded them throughout the yard. Here's one in a pot right next to the one we just filmed, but it's in an old pot surrounded by wild ginger. Here's the foliage, really cool foliage. Yeah, you can get leaf miners in here, which make things look pretty ugly. A lot of columbines are susceptible to this, but so far we're good. But yeah, look at the little lanterns. Now this is first year plants. This is next to our growing area. These were all seedlings last year, and we planted them in this gravelly soil, but we expect all this to drop seed, and we'll collect seed from all these plants. They're just coming into bloom. This is all columbine in here. We're gonna get a lot of seed and get a lot of plants for next year. As you can see, they're all over in here. Notice the gravelly soil. I had originally thought this was gonna be an alpine garden and put in all these rocks, but the columbine looked better. Plus the hummingbirds love it. Something else we do. We have gravel paths all through the garden, and we found over the years that as things seed, the gravel paths seem to be best at allowing the seedlings to come up. And boy, do the columbine love it. So again, as you saw in the last video, we had a bunch of seedlings. So this year we planted it along the side of the house with all the garbage cans. And we're gonna let all this is gonna be our kind of our nursery, columbine nursery. We're gonna let all this go to seed in the gravel. Hey, little devil. Anyway, let me show you. There's a lot of columbine here. They're even in front of the garbage. So again, all of this is gonna seed in here. We're gonna get hundreds of seedlings in this gravel, and then we'll collect it all for next year. We've now planted a lot of these down below. Same thing, a lot of these are planted along where the rain will carry the seeds further into the garden. So that's what's kind of fun about this guy. I really don't have to do anything to get it to grow. I just let Mother Nature run its course. The seeds all drop here, and we just keep making columbine. I mean, come on, who can have too much columbine? Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Lots more to come.